Okay. I meant to watch this one. I kept forgetting about it. Okay. I've got one. I've got a good one. I've got a good one. Chat. Huh? Been a few interested in the BIPs. Well, I found one that I've been meaning to watch and I kept forgetting about it. So I think we'll check it out. Um, oh, that's also a good one. Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on. Let me see how long this one is. Depending, we may do both. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, fuck yes. Okay. I. All right. Here's what we're gonna do, chat. I've got two lined up. We may have time for a third. I'm not sure yet. But we are going to, I've been wanting to watch this one. Chat, it is time for Brandon's newest gun meme review from 9 days ago. It is gun meme review time. And some of this has to do with SIG. So, yeah. Jameson, I've been meaning to watch this one. I kept forgetting about it. We're gonna check this out. I am excited, so let's go.
Gun meme review. What is going on, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Long story short, SIG is off the goop, and we're here to talk about it. SIG's social media team has had the biggest crash out of 2025 so far, and I'm including Kanye in that. I haven't.
What did he say? I've had my that symbol t-shirt idea for over 8 years. It was so intriguing me that symbol had so much programming in it. For fuck's sake, someone take the Twitter away from Kanye.
Kanye in that. I haven't seen something so self-destructive since. We'll get to that. But let's just start with the basics. Several years ago, SIG announced a new handgun, the P320. It's a 9mm polymer frame handgun that went on to win several contracts for the military and law enforcement agencies, but developed quite the reputation for... How do I
hope
that?
So, Kel.
Blessing their owners with the gift of a 9mm round when they're least expecting it. This was years ago. It was a big scandal that the P320s were not drop safe and they had a bunch of issues. SIG then denied this, while also doing a voluntary trigger upgrade, not a recall, a recall it.
There's nothing wrong with our firearms, but we're gonna out of the kindness of our hearts, we're gonna upgrade all of the triggers for all SIG P329 owners. Because we're a company that cares, but it's not a recall. The guns are perfectly safe. We just care about you as part of the SIG family. Well, I mean, Revan, I liked SIG, the old SIG. Like the 229 and the 226, I was perfectly happy with. When I fired the 229 and the 226, they were good. But those are older SIG firearms, not current SIG firearms.
So doing a voluntary trigger upgrade, not a recall. A recall admits fault. They had a voluntary upgrade. But the whole fiasco has kind of made the 320 the butt of a lot of memes and jokes and things like that over the years, but those seem to have mostly died down, and it seems like most of the controversy is over. Until SIG's social media guy got there and decided, you know what? I want to stir that pot again. Also, I just noticed now that I'm looking for the original post, I noticed SIG follows me on Twitter. Sorry, bud.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
They posted the truth about the P320, specifically with the caption, "It ends today." The P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact. We're going to talk about that part a lot. SIG, the P320 is absolutely safe and cannot fire without the trigger being pulled. Literally everyone.
Yep.
Is it though? Recently, anti-gun groups, members of the mainstream media, trial attorneys, and other uninformed and agenda-driven parties have launched attacks on one of Sig Sauer's most trusted, most tested, and most popular products, the P320 pistol. In all cases, these individuals have had ulterior motives behind their baseless allegations that the P320 can fire without a trigger pull.
Oh my
no
God.
evidence, no data, and no empirical testing to support.
The lie detector test determined that was a fucking lie. Who was it that did the drop test with blanks? Was it Brandon or was it Pew? Was it I forget who, like, we actually never saw that video. Oh, it was Garand? Garand did it? I thought I heard something that Pew did it also, but maybe it was Garand. Yeah, there have been multiple gun tubers who have tested this using blanks. Oh yeah, Falcon. It absolutely is. Was it on Fat Pews? Okay. Okay, Zip Ties, that's when it was. It was on Fat Pew. So it was Nick and Pew. Okay.
Support any of their claims. They instead choose to misrepresent clear, negligent discharges as a design problem. The rhetoric is high and we can no longer stay silent.
That was a different one, by the way. That video? That was a different weapon, too. Remember the first one of these they showed, it was a tan-colored one. So 2 different SIG 320s did this. Oh! Wait. Garand doesn't have Charlie anymore? I didn't know that Charlie left Garand's channel. Tornado, I have no idea. I have no idea if Garand is facing some kind of lawsuit. I have not heard anything. The White Glove Society? Yeah. Thank you, Cortanis, for the wine. Thank you. Hey! I like guns. I have, like, some knowledge of it. I don't have, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of it, but I have some knowledge about guns, and I like guns. Okay, American. Enjoy class. Who was it that was stuck? Who was it that was stuck? Okay, whoever was on ads, are we back? Well, whoever was stuck on ads, have we returned? Because I don't think it was just you, Cortanis. I think it was someone else. Razor. Razor is Razor back? Spite's back, so I'm guessing Razor's back, because all the ads should be back. Okay, cool.
The rhetoric is high and we can no longer stay silent while lawsuits run their course, and clickbait farming, engagement hacking grifters continue their campaign to hijack the truth.
Wow, this is sounding very familiar.
See, this is where me and you have a fucking problem, all right? I refuse to be called an anti-gunner or a grifter because I have the ability to fucking read. There is lots of documentation in courtroom settings, in military settings, in law enforcement settings, all over the country, with the P320 having accidental discharges relating to the mechanism. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have videos of people that aren't even touching their gun inside the holster, and it just goes.
Hello. His firearm went off. This man's firearm went off. Holy shit. Yeah. I don't know, Alex. It's almost like by him bending over. Let me see if we can get a better view from this angle. No, what you're seeing the light on, that was the gunshot. Do you know what I bet it was? When he bent over like this, something like maybe his side, the side of his body, or maybe his arm or something, pressed against. Oh, yeah, I am in the way. Sorry. My guess is when he bent over like this, the hammer end of the gun, the hammer end of the firearm, pressed either against his side or maybe against his arm, depending on where his arm position was. It's hard to tell with this guy in the way. Simply pressed against the back of the gun, which caused the hammer to press into the gun and the firing pin to press against the primer. And it went off. I'm wondering if that's what caused it. Oh yeah, it did go into the floor. Yeah, because that's where it shot. So it literally, the gun just pressed into his side or something. The hammer pushed in from that pressure, I think, and it went off. Why is it curved? I think it's the camera lens. Zed, this is footage from a body cam. You notice everything looks a little curved? Body cam footage, because of the lens it uses, is kind of like curved like that. So that's why you're seeing this curvature. It's just from the body cam lens. You know, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's the, what is it? Hang on, let me find it. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me find it. I'm gonna show it here. Hang on. Where is it? There is, actually, I saw it on, give me a second. Gotta find this. Where is it? No. Fuck, where is that little mini video? Okay, so like right back here, it is striker fire. It's not hammer fired. I was using the wrong term. I was. But there is, watch. This piece, oh fuck, I'm in the way again and I didn't even realize it. Okay. This piece right here. There's that little piece sticking out. Not here, but here. Notice when it hits right there is when it fires. So there's a little piece that sticks out from the back of the striker fire assembly. And when pressure got applied, it looks like when pressure got applied to it, it caused the striker to activate, sending the firing pin into the primer. Yeah, you have this little piece that's exposed behind the striker, and when a pressure gets applied to it, it's basically activating the striker, causing the firing pin to go into the primer. Kaboom. And so my guess is this situation, when he was leaning down to grab this guy's feet, it pressed into his side, and literally that pressure against his side pushed in that piece on the back, causing the striker to engage, causing the firing pin to strike the primer. That is my suspicion. That's what I think is happening.
Going off. I was gonna leave this alone. I had no interest in making a video.
No. Oh, Leo, I think you may be not misunderstanding Brandon Jaspers there. Brandon Jaspers is saying people love to give Glock shit, but Glock is incredibly reliable. You never hear about something like this happening with Glock. I think you may have misunderstood what Brandon Jaspers was saying there.
Going off. I was gonna leave this alone. I had no interest in making a video about SIG. We've done little memes and shit in the past on Gun Meme Review, but I was never gonna do a whole video like this until I saw that Olympic level corporate gaslighting.
Yup.
If you believe what you can see with your own two fucking eyes, you're either anti-gun or a grifter.
That line sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it, chat? What other major conglomerate likes to tell people that see bullshit with their own eyes, hear it with their own ears, are grifters and con artists and haters? Sounding kind of familiar, isn't it? No, not just Disney. Yes, the entire entertainment industry. Sounds like Sig is taking a page out of Hollywood's book right now.
Either anti-gun or a grifter. Fuck you. The P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact. Let me just keep reading this. Industry, take notice. What's happening today with Sig Sauer, with anti-gun mob and their lawfare tactics,
oh my god.
will happen tomorrow at another firearms manufacturer, and then another. Today, for Sig Sauer, it ends.
They are having... Sig is having violently pro-gun people telling Sig, your firearm sucks. All the rest of these are fucking fantastic. Your specific gun sucks. I need Sig's social media manager to sit down. Sig's social media manager. I know you don't watch my pissy little stream, but I'm calling you out. I need you to explain to me, 6-hour media manager, how, when it is gun tubers and people that are violently pro-gun, and by violently pro-gun, I do not mean they actually harm people. I just mean they are very emphatic about being pro-gun. How are you in your spaghetti brain coming up with they are anti-gun when they're saying your gun sucks because it has a fatal flaw? We like all these other guns. I need Sig Sauer to explain to me, in the language that only they can comprehend, that of a 5-year-old, how this is anti-gun. 6-hour, I need you to explain this to me. Because I'm sorry, I'm not insane, so I don't understand your logic.
It ends today.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
The anti-gun mob and their
Spaghetti
lawfare
brain is too generous. Their brain is a pancake.
Don't you mean a bowling ball? Much more smooth.
tactics. You mean people who got fucking shot?
Hero! I have neglected a very valuable resource for many streams now. Mods! Bring me Sig Sauer's social media manager. We need to have a chat.
You sure about that?
The anti-gun mob and their lawfare tactics. You mean people who got fucking shot by your gun? I don't think this detective who shattered her fucking femur was anti-gun. She might be anti-Sig now. In February 2018, her holstered original version of the P320 discharged without...
I think I'm a lot dumber than you thought that I thought I was once.
a trigger pull as she jostled the holster to remove it from her belt. X-rays showed that her femur had been severed in half with shards of bone fragments and substantial shrapnel left in her right leg, as seen here. What an anti-gun grifter. Or how about all these reports from ICE about unintentional discharges from their P320s? Nice grift. I have so many fucking examples. When you drop your SIG P320 while getting mugged.
Call an ambulance!
SIG's statement about the P320 being drop safe. A simple concrete floor. I see.
Okay, wait. Good. Okay, we got a flip on it. Which? Okay, it was just a fast rotate. Yeah, so right here, this is what I'm talking about. You see this is what I was talking about right here. This piece that's sticking out right back here. You see how like you can see the ridge of it. It's got their back plate that's kind of sticking out more so than Glock does. This one is actually, you can actually see it sticking out a little bit. That's what I'm talking about when pressure got applied to it. This is my suspicion. I don't know if this is the case. It is my suspicion that when pressure got applied to it, it caused the striker to engage. This is what I was referencing.
I seriously don't fucking know. I really don't know how you can say that this is
Well,
not a
I don't
problem
think
and
brushing
has never
it,
been a
but
problem
well, I mean,
and
she
is
shook
all
it in her
lies
holster, so
when
yeah.
we have it on fucking video. Like, if you can't tell, I'm actually
Look,
been a
what was
problem
that?
and is all lies when we have it on fucking video. Like, if you can't tell, I'm actually a
God.
little legitimately angry. Before the SIG fanboys are like, oh, you just want to hate on SIG. I really don't. I own plenty of SIG firearms. This is actually my personal SIG P320 that I purchased with my own money because I wanted one. I do not hate SIG, but I hate it when firearm manufacturers... Oh. I hate it when firearm manufacturers, or any company for that matter, tries to piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Some of you SIG people...
I mean, Zeb, you kind of weren't exaggerating. That one female officer who experienced the discharge, she literally just jostled her holster a little bit, removing her duty belt, and the firearm went off. So you're legitimately not incorrect.
Might like getting pissed on, and that's fine. It's a free country. I just don't like being lied to. And I really don't like being gaslit. But you do. Honey, you love being gaslit. Stop it. You're acting crazy. You're just like your mother. But you know what else you like?
Cagwaz, thank you for the follow.
Time to open the monthly tac pack.
Open the tac pack, Brandon.
Look, I almost got killed by that once. Let's see what's in our monthly tactical subscription box that is tac pack.
I want to see
At time.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. What's in the tac pack? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh, I was waiting for it.
Box.
What's in the box?
Tac Pack is a monthly subscription box filled with
Oh,
useful
yeah, it's got
professional
the
grade
Halo
gear from brands
gun.
like Battle Launch
Or is that the
Development, 9 Line,
aliens?
Reptilia, 511 Tactical, CMMG, CRKT, Fab Defense, and Mission First Tactical.
Good boy.
You can expect gear like laser rangefinders, Mission First Tactical rails, Mission First range bags, Strike Hard foregrips. Oh, we got a Cloud Defensive Admin light.
Admin?
Yeah. Reptilia pistol grip, and more. New subscribers can use the code AKGUY and get a free extra package worth at least $60. The freebies ship inside your first tac pack, and the next tac pack plus has a total value of $278.
That's a good
Yeah,
deal.
it was filled,
I
Andrea.
take that deal. You take that deal?
I take that deal.
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
Thank you to TacPack for sponsoring this video. Back to shitting on SIG. The P320. It ends today.
Oh boy.
Only just begun.
Yeah, basically, long story short, this got me so fired up.
Yes! Yes! Ventura, Bigfoot, thank you. You are 100% right. That was the Starship Troopers rifle. Yes, thank you. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. I forgot that's what it was.
Including the rest of the internet, that I just decided to make a whole video dedicated to dunking on the P320. SIG's probably going to reach out and tell me to drop it, to which I would say, have we not learned our lesson about dropping things? You have died of top SIG. God, I hope my kids grow up and play Oregon Trail. I feel like everybody needs to have done that at one point in their life, right? It's like a rite of passage. Say the line, SIG. The P320 is a drop-safe pistol.
Yay!
SIG in their office be like, if you would please consult the graphs. And of course, you're going to have people coming out of the woodwork all over. Oh, I own a SIG MCX, or I own a P365. I've never had any problems. I have plenty of friends who carry a P365 every day. That's their daily EDC. That's fine. Actually, in fact, quick shout out, the P365 is one of, I think, the best carry option for a handgun on the market right now. Light, compact, got pretty good capacity, pretty comfortable in the hand for a concealed carry weapon. Again, I don't fucking hate SIG. I just hate intellectual dishonesty. I was recently talking to a bunch of former SIG engineers, and they told me, off the record, I won't include their names, but they told me that this was like fucking water cooler talk. They all knew about it. SIG knows about it. It's like that old saying, like, we know they lie. They know we know they lie. We know they know we know they lie. And still they lie And they can do that because for whatever reason, half the gun industry is fine with.
Yeah, Spike. Yeah, I've used the SIG P226. SIG P226, a perfectly good firearm. I've shot the P226 many a times. It is a perfectly good firearm. Same thing with the P229. I've put many rounds through P229. It is a perfectly good firearm. I've never had any issues with either of them. That is the ever-loving point. Brandon, and probably everyone else that with these criticisms is not saying that SIG makes a bad gun. They are saying that SIG made this gun bad. And that is what SIG is deliberately ignoring. They don't want to fess up to their fuck-ups because they're probably... I have to wonder, is it possible that there may be some lawsuits in the wings and they are furiously backpedaling and trying to cover their ass as much as possible? Yeah, and that's exactly it. I'm thinking there may be some already waiting in the wings or en route to be filed, and this is a desperation to cover it up. And Revan, that's part 2. If these lawsuits did kick, they would lose their contracts with the police and the military. And those are some very seriously lucrative contracts. And that's why they're doing this offensive campaign saying it's anti-gun. It 100% smacks of desperation. Which, ironically enough, if they'd said, you know what? We fucked up. We're going to correct this. If they owned up to it and actually pulled all the firearms and retooled them or fixed the issues and then reissued them, they probably would have been just fine. If they'd literally gone that simple route and just owned up to, okay, there are faults, we will fix them, we got this, and they fix them, and they actually do fix the issues, this would have never been a problem. Would have never been an issue. But for reasons that escape my ken, SIG decided to take a page out of the entertainment industry's playbook. And look what's happened.
Anecdotal evidence as just all
yeah,
the
well,
data.
yeah, Cortez, they would have, but it wouldn't be the
I
shitstorm.
shot 300 rounds out of my P320 and haven't had any issues. The fucking please be patient, I have autism cap. But for real, that's like going to fucking Skid Row, not getting
I should get one of those.
and then saying it's a nice neighborhood. Cool, I'm glad you didn't have a bad experience. What the fuck are you talking about? I know you guys like my rant videos. I think I like my rant videos too, because I bottle a lot of this shit up and it's like just getting it out and you're my therapist.
There. What was that? Men would rather make a 1 million view meme video than go to therapy? Men, please confirm. Would you rather make a 1 million view meme than go to therapy? And also, not an incorrect method, not an incorrect thought process either. You guys know how I feel about modern therapy. You guys know, you guys are very familiar with my opinion on modern therapy. I don't disparage any man that would rather make a 1,000 view meme or 1 million view meme versus going to a therapist.
Shut up. Don't accuse me of things you know I do.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, I will continue to avoid therapy.
But things really started to die down after a couple of days of them posting it. And, they learned their lesson and they thought, okay, maybe let's not poke the bear anymore. That really didn't work out well for us last time, so let's just let this die down and then go about business as usual. We were doing okay before. Should be fine now. So they dropped it.
For one day.
I mean, they just shut up and didn't make another post.
Okay, I was slow on the uptake on that one. Oh, that one almost got by me. I will admit, I wasn't thinking about it, and that one almost got by me.
No, I'm just kidding. They did another one. The truth about the P320 continues.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because the last one went so fucking
You didn't
well.
catch it? Okay, hang on.
Should be fine now. So they dropped it. I mean, they just shut up and didn't make another post. No, I'm just kidding. They did another one. The truth about the P320 continues. Because the last one went so fucking well. This is actually today, so I haven't verified some of these things yet, but this is what I know. They used one example of a court case where they were brought to court over the negligent discharges on the 320, and it was dismissed. So they tried to discredit one claim out of literally probably hundreds at this point. And I saw somebody pointing out in the comments of that, and I haven't verified this. I'm not sure. I'll admit I can't verify this next part. SIG, don't send your lawyers after me, because you know SIG has a shitload of lawyers. Mostly to handle the P320. I was told in the responses to SIG's, again, second post, that if you actually look into the details of the case, it was dismissed because something about the people who were filing the suit against SIG failed to report a witness in time, or they didn't get a motion delivered in a timely manner or something like that. And so the judge just kicked the case out. So they didn't actually...
So kicked on a technicality, not because they were found not culpable. That would not surprise me in the slightest that SIG would take that and hoist it above their head and say, look, we are innocent. They would wave that as a champion banner of victory until the next 99 cases come down on top of their heads. It got dismissed, Ragat. Not dropped, it got dismissed. That's different. Dropping the case would mean the complainant said, no, we don't want to do this anymore. That would be the case gets dropped. This, if what Brandon's talking about is what is true, that a motion didn't get filed or a witness didn't get brought forward in time or something, and the judge basically kicked it, that is, the case was dismissed. Oh my God. Yeah. 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 Okay. In my defense, my brain was cooking on analytics, not jokes. Okay? My brain was in analytical mode, not humor mode. That is my defense.
Actually prove that it didn't do that. They just used a loophole. Not sure if that's true, but again, if it was, it would be very funny. I don't know who saw the great success of the first post and thought, like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that again. But my God, you folks and the fucking Streisand effect. When I'm in a making things worse competition and my opponent is Sig Sauer. Salesman slaps the back of a SIG P320.
Oh, God.
Oops. I did see someone went through the trouble to actually fix the original statement. P320 will, under many circumstances, fire without a trigger pull. That is a fact.
Many.
Our continued lies about the viability of the P320 are nothing more than individuals seeking to profit or avoid personal responsibility. Recently, military
so now they're
and
changing
agencies,
it.
professional competition shooters, and...
Oh, now they're changing it. Now it's not anti-gun assholes. Now it's money. Now they're saying it's money grubbers. They're shifting tact. They're trying to shift tact on this one. This was someone else? Wait, this was I thought he was reading from SIG's. I thought he was reading from SIG's return thing. Oh, this was a memeified edit. Okay, I thought like he had mentioned reading a second thing from SIG. I didn't realize this was a fan meme edit that he was reading from. I don't think I heard him say that this was a meme. Okay, this is me not getting the joke. This was me not hearing that this was a meme. Okay, this is me not missing the joke this time.
Fact. Our continued lies about the viability of the P320 are nothing more than individuals seeking to profit or avoid personal responsibility. Recently, military and LE agencies, professional competition shooters, instructors, and the beefy studs at the Orion Training Group have launched attacks on one of 6 Hour's most tested by the public, least trusted, and most rehashed for-profit products, the P320 pistol. In all of these cases, these individuals stood to gain literally nothing by spreading awareness about the clear and present safety issues inherent in our pistol's design. These claims that the P320 can fire without a trigger pull are documented and data proven. We are excited to announce the new X5 Legion with funky ports and a new coating for $2,700. It ships with the challenge coin. All I'm going to say is when even Anderson joins in on the clowning,
But that's the thing, Pink. At this point, when he started reading that, I couldn't believe that Sig would do this. That's why I didn't realize he was reading a meme. It's like, we've said this before. When it becomes difficult to separate the jokes from something that someone or a company might actually say, where if you read a joke or a meme, and you think, yeah, a company could and has legitimately done something like this, it's hard to separate it. We've gotten to that point.
Fucked up. Anderson Manufacturing. The truth about the Anderson Manufacturing St. Patrick's Day event. W marketing guy. You might want to hit up Sig.
What?
He'll probably...
I don't get it. Someone help me out here. Well, Spike has ads. Somebody help me out. The truth about the Anderson Manufacturing St. Patrick's Day event? I'm not getting the joke behind that. Can someone help me out? What was this the St. Patrick's Day event? Okay, so for the first time on this video, I'm not alone in this of being completely clueless. No, I fully appreciate that, Rygat. I'm just wondering if the St. Patrick's Day event is some kind of thing. Like, I appreciate they're making fun of Sig. I just didn't know if this was actually some kind of a thing at all. And thank you, nickname.
Manufacturing St. Patrick's Day event. W marketing guy. You might want to hit up Sig. They'll probably pay you better.
Maybe, could be Rygat.
They really need one. If you want to see a deeper dive into a lot of this stuff, I know my boys over at the Art of War podcast are planning on dropping their own video on this, just diving deep into some of these court cases and some of the more empirical evidence. That video, I think, is over on their channel today, probably, possibly, maybe, hopefully. I think my thoughts are best summed up with this meme. Sig. How do we address the current conception of our P320 pistols?
Here we go.
Critics anti-gun. Double down and gaslight our followers.
Yeah.
Address the issues and work toward fixing the very real problem.
Uh-huh.
And boot it out the fucking
window. Out the window.
Speak directly to Sig and whoever wrote that fucking post, basically calling me an anti-gun grifter. First of all, fuck you for that. But being constructive here for a second, I think you'll find, and I know you probably have your hands tied with lawyers right now, because you're not able to admit that there was ever a problem. Because if you admit the originals have a problem, you admit fault, and that has a lot of cascading effects for some of the lawsuits you're currently going through. So I get why that option is probably not appealing. But that doesn't mean you have to lie to your customers. I would obviously encourage you to admit that there was some shortcomings in the original design. You could even say that they were overblown, and given the number of handguns you produced, they weren't really that much of an issue per 100,000, let's say. I would consider those fair rebuttals. I don't know the data on it, I'm sure you do. When you lie and say there was never a problem, you're fucking crazy. I bet you're taking money from anti-gun groups and you're just interested in... That makes you so fucking untrustworthy, and that's a bad look for somebody who's currently trying to win back the trust of their customer base. So yeah, that's what this comes down to. P320 drop memes are funny. Don't fucking lie to people. And just in general, don't be a dick. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
There you go.
If you're a Sig fanboy, I still love you, don't worry. If you're still around this far in the video, maybe consider subscribing. And if you already think you're subscribed, go ahead and just check real quick, do me that favor, because YouTube has been doing that unsubscribing my subscribers thing, and it's really kind of pissing me off. They need to fix that. Sig, please reach out if you have any questions or if you need an address for the cease and desist that
Yeah,
I'm
no kidding,
expecting for this
Balmage. I
video.
saw that too.
As for the rest of you, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Chat, Brandon called me sexy. Brandon thinks I'm sexy, Chad. And
Given how much of a
Scalar.
shit show the SIG pistol
If I can
contract
speak
was, who
directly
did
to
they
Sig for
suck
a
off
moment,
to get the
I
rifle
hate-
contract?
No.
Uh-huh.
These are pretty neat.
And third, Skylar, thank you for the follow. Yeah, oops, kaboom. Oh. Well, Zeb, does he do the house exploding gif all that much? I don't know if he does or not. I don't know if he really does that meme. That's kind of more of a Scott thing. Scott's the one that kind of does the exploding meme.